what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. Today is a good one. We got a great guest here today. General contractor.
Yes, sir.
Has his own local business here that he just started a new one in April. Certainly has had a lot of trials and tribulations throughout the years, ups and downs, lefts and rights. Get punched, get back up again. A whole bunch of good stuff, part of the process, part of the journey in this weird entrepreneurial journey that we're both in. And I love to have these conversations. So, Mr. John Meehan, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. I love supporting local business, and we got an opportunity to meet at a networking event. Of course, your employee, Corinne, was an old student of mine. And
that's right.
And an old client, too. So I think this is going to be a really good one. So thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So let's take it back a little bit, give everybody a little bit of perspective, a little bit of background. In like a 2-minute kind of introduction, how did this all start for you? I mean, you probably got to go back a few years.
Yeah.
Not calling you old.
Construction, I started construction when I was 12, working with my uncles, my Uncle Dave, my Uncle Bill, doing all the bull work, the carrying the mortar, mixing the mortar, cutting the wood, doing all the other stuff and learning slowly how to do all these things.
Yeah.
So since I was 12 years old, I've been working summers and doing all that. I actually worked for a painting company at one time. I've done tons of different things to get to this point.
Yeah. And you enjoyed it since you were 12? I'm thinking back to 12-year-old me, and I'm like, I'm probably not going to do that. I think I'm going to play video games.
The joy of it was like, I used to work for a new home builder when I was like probably 15 or 16, and to go by and see, be like, I helped build that. That was the joy of it, to look at the finished product. Like I did that, or I helped with it at least at that time. I was just the guy carrying lumber, but but it still felt like I was a part of it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. And then at one point you were in the fire department.
Yes, sir. I was a fire department in 2004. I went to Baltimore County Fire Department. That was a journey.
Yeah.
I was on the ATR team, the Advanced Tactical Rescue Team. I did Swiftwater. I got to do high-rise extrication. I got to jump out of a state trooper helicopter, do the rappelling. That was cool.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's a good story.
A collapse, trench rescue. I have all the things that I can't use out in the real world. I had a lot of that there.
Saved some lives, though, didn't you?
Yes. I rode the medic for 10 years, and I enjoyed it. I did. It was a good experience. I miss it sometimes.
Yeah. But then at some point, you got back into construction.
Yes.
You just couldn't get away from it.
No, I got dragged back in. Well, actually, like I said, my very first business was crime scene cleanup.
Okay.
So that's what I started with. I had no money. I was counting change to my very first job. I borrowed money to do the training and all that. I literally counted change for my first job, and it was a suicide. And I took all the money from that, and I bought all the additional tools I needed. I bought a trailer, and I just kept dumping the money back in. Yeah. My very first year, I think I did $48,000 for the whole year. It was nothing, right? Yeah, nothing. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm doing great. Like, because I had no idea.
48,000 really doesn't get us very far now.
Yeah, especially not now.
God.
The prices.
Yeah.
But that was my first year. Second year, I did 70. The next year, I did 140, and slowly but I slowly added services, water mitigation, hoarding. I used to travel all up and down the East Coast to do hoarding and sewage cleanouts and crime scene cleanups. I'd go all the way to Maine.
Jeez.
I've been to Maine. Brewer's a town you got to go to. You can't understand anything these people are saying, all right? I was like, I need a sewage truck in Brewer, Maine. They're like, brah? I'm like, Brad. Yeah. I'm like, what's Brad?
It's spelled Brewer.
I was like, Brewer. He's like, yeah, Brad. We'll be right there. I was like, all right. So it's an experience. And then I slowly started doing construction again. And the next thing you know, everything else fell off. And that's all I was doing again.
Yeah.
Because that's my bread and butter. That's what I've been doing since I was little. And that's what I know the most about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prior to starting Demo to Finish, you also had some ups and downs with a previous business that you had. Yes,
previous businesses. All right, yeah. So I'm a 4-time failure, sir. All right,
4 times.
4 times, but you know what? I get back up and I go again, and that's all you can do. And actually, this is the best we've ever done. So
you were saying from April till now, you've surpassed what you did with the other business.
Yes, sir. Yeah. In the entire year. Yes.
In the entire year.
Yes. So
and you're what, 8 months into it? Is that right?
Actually, we started in April, but our first contract wasn't until May.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So May to now, we're doing we're meeting my other company already. So
Gotcha.
So, and that was for a year's time. So we're doing well. We're doing well. We're getting our name out there. A lot of it's the networking and just showing people we're here. You know, you can be good at something, but if nobody knows you exist, then it doesn't matter, you know. But I've learned a lot of lessons over those other businesses, and I think they were just all, you know, instead of looking at them as failures, they were actually lessons to learn to get to this point.
Yeah.
So, you know,
How
I know not
what are
not
some
to
of,
do.
what are like one or two of those failures that probably set you back in the meantime, but has really made the most impact on you now as you're doing demo to finish?
I would say making sure you keep clean books, making sure you're on top of all that stuff, so you can actually look at what your expenses are and your income is, instead of just guessing like, you know, I think I'm right around here. Make sure you do all the stuff, you know, go into QuickBooks, make sure all your books are up to date, and make sure you have all your expenses. And that's a big one, because if you're not paying attention to that and you're just putting money in the bank and putting money out, you might end up owing the IRS a bunch of money at the end of the year.
Sure.
And you don't want to get in that pinch, and then because that can take you down right there if you're not ready for that. But, you know, I guess another one would be, there's so many. I gotta think. I'm trying to think of another good one. Partnerships. Be careful about who you get in business with.
Gotcha.
Remember, it's pretty much like a marriage, okay? It's harder to divorce than it is to get married.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Be mindful.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. I mean, wow. Do you have somebody that works on your books? Do you keep track of all that?
Well, we use QuickBooks like most people, but I do. My office manager keeps up on the books and make sure that everything's going in, going out. I just had to have her do everything the other day because the accountant wanted early profit and loss, so he can get ready for tax time.
Yeah.
Oh my
gosh.
I know.
For our business, my mom does the book. She used to be in banking, and she keeps everything down to the freaking penny. She accounts for every single cent. Yeah. And it's just that's not my wheelhouse.
Me neither.
You know, she provides P&Ls, you know, and we talk about where income and expenses are coming from, you know. And she, you know, there are times where, you know, she's like, oh my, you know, that's an expense, and I'm like, no, it's an investment, you know. But it does make me like second guess, or, you know, think about like, what are we putting our money towards, and how is that providing a return on investment, or, you know, whatever.
You got to have clear goals, so you can't just willy-nilly just buy stuff, you know what I mean? You got to know, like you said, it is an investment if you're doing it with a plan, so you got to make sure that you have a plan for that investment. So if I'm buying this is going to help me bring in this much money. What's my return on investment? You know, what's my ROI on this? You got to check all those things, and those are important.
You got to surround yourself with people that are just not yes men, or yes women.
Yeah, because I'm the guy that'll buy something too. All right. You know, right? That's why they do the
like
books.
The new Cybertruck. Yeah. It's good for business. You know, exactly. People see this, and we're gonna wrap it and demo to finish. I don't know.
I actually got a boat. All right, but I didn't buy it. I traded my Harley for it. But it is going to be wrapped in demo to finish when I get a chance.
Let's go.
Absolutely. Oh, we're going, baby. All right, we're going.
My kids would not let me wrap my vehicle with my face. Heck no. You're going to
remember that Tom Green when he did the thing on the hood of the car?
Oh, my God.
That was bad. His parents.
Yeah. Crazy stuff. Yeah, my kids would not let me drive them to school anymore or whatever.
Yeah, right. Oh, my daughter. Yeah, she don't know me when I drop her off. My oldest will. Yeah, she'll give me a hug. She don't care. Yeah. The youngest is like, "Who are you? Get away from me!" Right.
So you got two girls?
Yes, two girls.
Any sons?
No sons. So during all this, I was a single father. I went through a divorce, and I was raising a 5 and a 6-year-old, 50-50 custody.
Yeah.
I had to sell everything I owned to keep my kids and go through.
My gosh. I have 3 daughters, no divorces. Couldn't imagine.
It cost me one of my businesses.
Did it really?
Yeah. So that was when I restarted the last time.
Okay.
Yeah, because of that. But we got through it. My kids are now 15 and 13. Yeah. And my oldest will be 16 soon. Oh my God.
You know, when you're in the thick of everything, it's just like, oh my gosh, you know, like, give me a break, you know. if you're a faithful person, if it's like, God, you know, please stop giving me all this, you know, but then when you look back at it, like, how much that has made you a better person by what you had to go through.
Yes, and you know, like we were talking earlier, it's life lessons. It's I don't know, it like gets you ready for the big stuff. I don't know. So now, like, when things come down the pike, it's not like a big end of the world situation. Like, all right, we'll figure it out. Take your time. Right. Let's look at the situation. What can we do to mitigate it, and so on and so forth. Where before, I'd been like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So those are things that I've learned throughout the years of doing that. And like I said, you get knocked down. My father always said, you stand back up, brush yourself off, keep moving forward. If you keep looking backward, you're going to trip and fall on your face. He was always say that stuff. Yeah.
So you've certainly been through a lot of struggle.
Yes.
What do you still struggle with in business, or what either still, or it's a new struggle that maybe you didn't have before?
The biggest thing is cash flow in business, all right, is keeping that cash flow. So like now we're going into our slow season, so that always makes me nervous. But the good thing is right now we're actually getting a bunch of new estimates in, so we're probably going to be all right this winter. But last winter was not a good winter. Yeah. It all depends on so cash flow is the biggest concern always, because you always want to make sure your employees are paid. I take it personally, all right? Like I won't sleep at night if I'm worried about making payroll that week, or I'm not that person. I take it personally because they trust me to go out and sell and bring work in and to feed their families and keep a roof over their head, and I take that literally. I'm to heart.
Right,
for sure.
And you guys, got people that are salaried and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, I have a team around me, but it's ultimately, it's so hard. Being 100% commission based. It's and I was a teacher before, so it was a guaranteed paycheck every 2 weeks. And you knew kind of what was coming in. This, back in August, September, it was like quiet, like nothing was going on, and then all of a sudden the phone started ringing, and we're back to busy. But if I could figure out a way to keep that a little bit more nice and smooth, my mental health would be so much more. But then that wouldn't be exciting, I guess. I don't know.
No, and that's the thing. We're different. All right, that's all. Like some people like that steady, and that's fine. You're not wrong with that. If you like that steady, you like that retirement, that security, and one day you can retire. I don't live like that. I'm just not built that way. I'm different. I want to make my own way.
And it just seems like every time it works out. And out of 10 years in doing real estate, I've always had these ups and downs, peaks and valleys, and it always works out.
Well, I don't know how religious you are, but I believe in God, and I got to say, anytime I need something, and I mean, he always comes through. I like the job just happens to come in the right time, or we just happen to get this contract. If I'm really struggling or having a hard way, or like the winter before where I had to go without a paycheck for a couple of weeks. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. The employees got paid, and I made sure everybody else got paid. I'm the man that takes the hit. That's part of being the guy. Yeah. So, but not everybody can do that. Like you said, some people are on that steady, regular pay, and not, if they go 4 weeks without a paycheck, they're, you know what I mean? It bothers me too. You know what I mean? If that happens, but it's part of the gig. You know? But then when things are going good and we get profits, I get profit. So you got to take the good with the bad.
Exactly. And on those, on the sunny days, you got to stock some away for the rainy days.
Yes. Savings. Yes.
I'm still learning that.
That is my big one, savings. I've that lesson I learned from the last one. All right. Okay, that was my new lesson. There's the new lesson, the savings.
That's right. Yes,
making sure I want to start putting money inside just for that rainy day and just have it sit there. So I'm trying to figure out a nice percentage to start pulling off these jobs to just put into account. That's not going to hurt the daily.
Gotcha.
Grind. Or whatever you want to call it.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Insanity. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about Demo to Finish.
Sure.
You're a general contractor, so you're probably a jack of all trades and a master of some.
Yeah. Yes, that's correct.
Is there like a bigger focus? Like, do you guys really focus or niche down on what you're doing, or is it really opened up? Like, what do you guys really specialize and good at?
I do a lot of structural stuff. So I used to go down to the city and fix a lot of the structural issues down there where other contractors wouldn't go in, I would go in. But our Demo to Finish is bread and butter. It seems to be kitchens currently. I've been rocking kitchens lately. But we do everything. We do it all. We do additions. We do full remodels. We do decks. We do finished basements, roofs, exteriors. Okay. I was hoping to push more towards exteriors with this company, but it just doesn't seem to be going that way.
Interesting.
Yeah, because they're just a little quicker. They're in and out. You can hold your numbers a little better. Yeah. You're there a week, not 2, 3, 4 weeks for depending on what you're doing in the house. You know what I'm saying? So they're a little quicker money. Like that's why you see the big push on roofs lately. Everybody's roof this, roof that.
Yeah.
But that's getting oversaturated. It's going to get ridiculous. It's going to get, and then people are start undercutting each other, and it's just going to get ugly. So
it's a battle to the bottom.
Oh, I already see it. Yeah, it is. It will be. There's roofing companies going up left and right. So it's just this insurance push. Everybody's pushing for insurance, but now insurance is bucking back. Yeah. And they're not covering all these roofs, and so they're going to create a problem. So
Let's focus in on kitchens and baths.
Sure.
Those bring a lot of value to homes. What's hot and what's not?
Actually, the blue cabinets are going out, and now everybody wants like a upper white and a lower green. The mix and match cabinets are hot right now, but green's apparently coming in now. So I got a nice set of green cabinets. Get ready to go into my brand new showroom.
Is that like a darker hunter green, or is that?
They have a couple different ones, but yeah, it's a little lighter than hunter green. It's like it's
because hunter green kind of reminds me of like the '90s.
You got to come see a new showroom when I'm done. That's all. I'll show you the nice new cabinets.
Yeah, you're right up there on 22.
Yeah,
like literally, like when I met you on a Thursday at our networking group, maybe it was Friday or Saturday, and I'm just driving, and demo to finish is right there. I'm like, I must have passed this several times, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I know exactly where you are.
That's it. Yeah, so we're hustling. Yeah, I still got to finish the plumbing today on the sink because Thanksgiving's tomorrow, and we're hosting Thanksgiving in the new showroom. So we got the floor done yesterday. They're doing trim as we speak. Okay. And as soon as I go back, I'll be changing my clothes and doing some plumbing. So, but I got my parents and everybody coming, so we got to hurry up.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay. So you just remodeled your kitchen.
I remodeled our showroom. So we had a room, and I'm making it a kitchen. So I put a good sink in there for the employees to use, too, when we're not using it as a showroom. So they have like a little wet bar. Okay. So, but I'm installing cabinets for a showroom for my flooring and all that. I'm a supplier for MSI, so I can get contractors discounts on materials. I'm going to try to start doing some cash carry flooring and things like that as well. For the steady money, the cash flow, that's what I'm looking at. That's going to be my next investment, but that's expensive. Okay. So
how about countertops? Is it moving towards quartz? Is that the hot?
The quartz with the marble look seems to be what everybody likes. Okay. So they don't want marble, but they want it to look like marble. A lot of times that's what it seems to be. And the granite, you still get granite here and there. I mean, granite's still a nice product. I like granite. So. But quartz seems to be what the push is. Yeah, that looks like marble.
Yeah. How about bathrooms? What kind of trends are you seeing that are in and going in and coming out?
Roman showers I just did an estimate for a Roman shower, but they want a clawfoot tub in the Roman shower, which is pretty cool.
A tub within a shower.
Yeah. So, but the Roman showers are huge. You can walk into them. You don't have to have a shower curtain. You just have an entrance, and you go in, you can have a bench. They're great for relationships. And then the clawfoot tub. And then, but it was interesting to me. They wanted a tub in the shower, but that's the second person that's asked me about that now.
Wow.
I know. I don't know. I haven't done one yet. So this will be my first one if we get this. But with it in the shower. I've done a Roman shower. I've done a clawfoot tub, but I've never combined the two yet.
Right.
So, so we'll see how it goes. But that seems to be a new trend I'm seeing. So the Roman shower for sure. Gotcha. Everybody's trying to switch to a Roman shower. Not everybody has the space for it.
Gotcha. Now, I did stalk your website.
Oh,
and there's a lot of beautiful pictures of kitchens and baths and stuff like that. Be honest. Are those your projects that you've done?
Some are and some aren't.
Some are and some aren't. Okay.
Because we just started the website.
It's what you can do.
Yes. And actually what I'm doing is I'm replacing those photos with my work as we go. Okay. So we just finished 3 kitchens in the last 2 weeks. I'm going to be putting them up. So yeah, we're getting a mixed bag. But yes, some of them are Getty images from GoDaddy. Thanks, GoDaddy.
How much is that AI generated?
Well, here's the thing. When I moved from the last business, I lost access to all my photos, so I had to start from scratch for everything. Yeah. So that's been a fun trip. So as I've been doing jobs, I've been putting them on the system.
Yeah. What do you as far as customer service or just business in general? What separates you guys from, say, other contractors? Without talking negative about other contractors, there's a lot of great ones out there. But what do you feel is like your superpower?
I think how we are structured and organized is our superpower. I noticed with my previous business, the bigger we got, we started to lose a little bit of that. And I saw that it was starting to falter in some ways because of the process. And when I say process, I mean the organization. We use certain products to make sure we have all our jobs that are estimated. We have all our jobs that are in progress. We have all our completed jobs. So if we have a customer call back, we can go back and click, see what we did.
Yeah.
We use multiple systems. Company Cam, I love Company Cam. Contractors, if you're listening, Company Cam is one of the best things out there. I know it's expensive, but I literally could take pictures of this room and hit done, and they have them at the office right now.
Oh, wow.
I love it. It's a great program. You can put notes in it. You can line up for before and afters, but the process. I'm going to the left there, or right, actually. But the process, and then having a project manager. Our project managers are there start to finish. They communicate. Communication is key in any construction business. Even if you're not going to be able to do it the next day, tell the customer. Or if you got a problem, tell the customer. Or if you just want to call and say hi, just call and say hi. But keeping communication. That's the biggest complaint I've had over the years that I've watched, or one of the lessons I've learned, not complaint over the years, but people wanting to know what's going on. Even if they knew you were going to come on Tuesday, they still want to talk to you on Monday for some reason. Just do it. All right? Call them. Say, hey, we're going to be there on Tuesday. All right? That's all they want to hear.
Setting that expectation up from the very beginning as to what they can expect, and then following through on that.
Yes. And then, like I said, I assign a project manager, and that project manager is with the customer from start to finish to make sure they're happy. They walk the job and do a COS, which is a certificate of satisfaction. So we make sure the customer's happy before we leave.
Yeah.
We allow 2 punch lists. It's the process and it's communication. That is the biggest thing I can push is communication.
Yeah. How do you leverage your time? I'm sure you got to put the right people in place.
Yeah,
but
it's hard.
It's hard.
Like I'm trying to finish the showroom yesterday. I screwed up on a measurement because I was asked 32 questions in the middle of that measurement. Yeah, and I get it. That's me. That's my role, I guess.
Right.
So it's hard to manage your time. I'm constantly moving, constantly going. 8 o'clock, I'm like, trying to keep my eyes open because I'm so tired. And my girlfriend's like, you're getting old. I'm like, shut up. Shut up. Yeah. No, but it's tough. I'm always asking, what am I doing next? What's my schedule? I don't even look anymore.
Are you pretty planned in your time? So, do you have time blocks for different things?
Yes.
Like, at 4 o'clock today, this is what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah. You're having lunch tomorrow. I'm like, with who? I'm like, who am I having lunch with? Yeah. Things like that. Yes, it's all over. Okay. And then in the middle of it, if somebody screws up or something happens or a sub does something that doesn't show up, or I got to go do the work too. Yeah. So I'm doing a porch right now in Abingdon. Okay. So because the sub didn't show up. So, but that's the good thing about me is I can do it. So I do it myself. I just get out there and we get it done. Yeah. So it's always, I got to be ready for anything pretty much. I guess that's the best way to put it. You never know what the days, especially Mondays. Mondays are always the worst. Why is that? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It is. It's always. It's like it's a Monday.
Every day of the week in real estate for me is just another day. Like I know that today's Wednesday because it's podcast day. Yeah. But other than that, it's like, what day is it? It's just because it just flows one into the other.
Podcast
people are like,
favorite
thank
day.
God it's Friday. I'm like, yeah, we got showings this weekend. We got this, that, and the other. So I always like because these are the things that I struggle with. So I always like to pick other people's brain. Like, how are you doing it? Like you. So you have 2 daughters.
Yes. You
said you had a girlfriend.
Yes.
Got a lot of women in your life. Yeah, I do. No sexist comments. Do not insert any sexist comments. No, I'm just kidding, ladies. Just kidding, ladies.
Wink, wink.
Yeah. How are you balancing? And when you say balance, it's like whatever. But what do you do? Are you intentional with, or any strategies that you use to make time for people that mean the most in your life?
It's hard. It's really hard to run a business and do it, but you just got to do it. You got to just say, I can't make that meeting. My daughter's got a volleyball game, or
daughter plays volleyball, or did you just make that up?
No, she does. She's at Oldfields, but they just stop. So that every 3 months they got to do a sport, and she did volleyball last month. She was doing great too. She was so nervous.
We're a volleyball family. That's why I asked.
I'm a volleyball guy. I play up Naughty Dogs beach volleyball.
Get out of here.
No, my net for both my businesses.
Do you know Adam?
The net is my old business, and then.
Do you know Adam Thatcher?
I know that name, yeah.
He plays up at Naughty Dogs. Got a beard.
I know him.
He's on my real estate team.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
He's like an all-American libero from Stevenson University.
Yeah, there's a couple. The one guy up there, Tim, he used to be a pro player.
Is that Tim Hess?
Yes.
Yeah. That's Adam's close buddy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I definitely know Adam.
Small world.
It is a small world.
Yeah. You think I could get Adam on the podcast? Because he refuses to get on camera. Adam. we're talking about you right now.
Is he in there?
No, he's not.
Oh, well.
No, I'm looking into my camera right here. Adam Thatcher doesn't like to do videos.
Yeah, get on podcast.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, do it,
Come on,
man.
brother.
Do it,
Jeez.
buddy.
Yeah.
We'll talk about beach volleyball.
There you go. Clip that one and send it to Adam, would you, Drew? Yeah, but yeah, again, it's like juggling that personal schedule. I mean, and you almost got to schedule your family first, because if you don't, like, as an appointment,
You do.
you know?
And it's tough. And then, like, I don't get to see my oldest as much. Like I said, she's going to be turning 15, but she stays at Oldfields 3 days a week, and then she stays at her mother's mostly because I can't get one to public school and then the other one to Oldfields at the same time.
Gotcha.
So I've lost a little bit of my time with hers, which stinks. But
Yeah.
So then it's extra special when she has volleyball and all that. I make sure I'm there. So you know, I don't know what she's getting ready to go into, either dance or basketball next. I'm not a big fan of either, but I'll go watch her dance.
go.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's certainly important, because I think if you ask most business owners, why are you doing this? What is your why? It's to provide a better life for your family.
Yes.
You know, but you also have to see your family. It's like
Yes.
It's like this weird juxtaposition of.
Well, it is, because that's the whole goal, right?
Yeah.
Is to be able to, you know, leave maybe some generational wealth if you can. If not, at least leave your kids better off than you were when you started.
Right.
And to build something to be able to sell it or leave to them, one of the two. If they want to run it or you want to sell it, leave them the money, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all about the family ultimately. That's why I work as hard as I do. I'm doing it for them, not for me.
Right.
It's not about me, you know. It's about them.
Yeah. So, what's the vision for Demo to Finish? Where are we going with all this? What's the
we're
goal?
going to be number one contractor in Hartford County.
Number one contractor in Hartford County. You heard it here first on the TMA Connection.
That's right.
Okay.
That's my goal, yeah. Next 5 years, let's do it.
And what makes you number one? Is that most
I don't know.
projects?
I don't know.
How do you measure number one?
I don't know. The people's satisfaction. How about that? Customer satisfaction. People being happy with the work and us carrying a good name.
Yeah.
So that's number one in my heart. How about that?
There we go.
Even if nobody announces it.
Hartford's best.
That's right. Yeah.
One day I'm going to be there.
One day.
I got snubbed again this year, Baltimore Sun.
That's right. How dare you?
Oh, that's awesome. If you could go back and tell your younger self the biggest piece of advice that you now have the wisdom of that you didn't know back then, what would you tell yourself?
God, that's a really good question. You could have prepped a guy for something like that.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Oh, geez.
It's usually more authentic when you're not prepped.
Don't get married. No, I'm just joking.
I mean, depending on what you had to go through, that might be the best advice for you.
Yeah,
you know?
For the business, I would say slow down, bro. You know what I mean? Like take your time. Don't try to grow too big too fast. Don't push too hard too fast.
Yeah.
Get a solid foundation first.
Yeah.
Slow down. Yeah. So, and that's what I've learned to do is slow down.
Yeah.
And things are, I'm still got that little bit of like, let's go left here and let's see what's going on. But I've been to say, John, no, when I smack my hand. So, slow down. If I had to tell myself something, it would be slow down.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. If people want to connect, people want to get a quote for any kind of work, how can they get in contact with you guys?
Many ways. So we have our website.
And we put this on the screen right about here. So
okay.
Like
so
right there.
Well, you're going to get it in there, Drew. All right, I got it.
Slide right in between your hands.
So you can go to our website, www.demotofinish.com.
And that's at the number 2.
The number 2.
Yep.
Yeah, one word.
Yep.
All right. We like to keep it simple here.
Okay.
Right? And then, or you can call us 443-966-7134 is our office number.
Yeah. Okay.
You can reach us by email as well, John@demotofinish.com. Jon, John. I just want to be very clear.
Dude.
People screw it up all the time.
Do you know there's a John Meehan? Meehan. There I go.
Here we go.
Meehan.
Lazy Irishman. I told you about that.
There is a John Meehan. Do you know him?
My father's John Meehan. Is it the same one?
I don't know. I hope not. I hope not, because when I Googled that name, it came up with some guy that was like...
Oh, the murderer guy?
The murderer guy.
Yeah, the Netflix guy. No. And my mom's name's Deborah, and he was married to a Deborah. So my friends called me when that came out. They're like, do you know that their names are the same as your parents? I'm like, get out of here. And so I had to watch it then, you know? But yeah, no, that's not. No, that's
so there's a Netflix special after you. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, yes. It's a documentary on my family life.
Oh, my Lordy. We might not publish this one, by the way.
He's a murderer. Yeah.
No, not that John Meehan.
Yeah, no, not that one.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no. Mine used to be a car salesman.
Okay.
He taught me everything I know about sales.
Yeah.
He can sell anything to anybody, I'll tell you.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so he's the guy. So,
Yeah.
And without that, I could never sell the business, even with the knowledge of construction. So he's a big part of who I am.
Okay. So you got the website, you had the phone number. How about, and are you guys on social media at all?
Yes. We're on Facebook.
It's
comes in. Yeah, search them at Finish. Yeah. But the phone number, the email, and the website are the best ways to get in touch with us.
Perfect, man. Well, I hope people that listen to this. I was just talking to a guy at the gym this morning who's like, I do listen to your podcast because there are times when I need somebody, and I'll go and kind of search through the episodes that you've done to see if I can find somebody from there.
Yeah,
like that's pretty darn cool.
It is cool, and actually, I'm going to be checking this thing out too. I want to get.
Well, you better subscribe.
I'm going to. I'm definitely subscribed. Write that down, Drew.
And you know what? You can subscribe on Apple and Spotify and listen, or you can watch it on YouTube at the Markland Advantage, and you can subscribe there as well.
I already have my IT girl on it. I said,
there you go.
Yeah, my girlfriend's looking it up right now. How to subscribe to your stuff? I was like, I don't know how to do this podcast thing.
A lot of people don't know how to download.
She
a
winked
podcast.
at me. She's like, I got you. Babe.
I got you.
I got you. Yeah.
That's awesome. And I usually do my outro like that. So what a great way to blend that in.
That's right. Yeah.
You should do a podcast too.
I thought about it at one time.
There you go.
Yeah, but I'm not as smooth as you are. You sound like a radio guy. You know what I mean? You got it going, buddy.
Thanks. It's the headphones.
Is it? Is that what does it? It's what it does it.
We actually put like a voice manipulator on there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Technically, I sound like that.
To everybody else, yeah.
But there.
So make him sound like Barry Manilow. Yeah.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
So, John, thank you so much for coming in today. I appreciate you.
Brother.
Yeah,
appreciate
absolutely. It. Guys, follow John. Again, follow us on all the social media platforms. And if you know somebody that's making a difference out there in business or in real estate or anything else, we'd love to talk to them. Nonprofits too. So, until next time, live your life to the fullest. And we'll see you soon. Take care.
See you.
Awesome.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, man.
Did you like this episode of the TMA Connection? Well, you might want to check this one out right here. Go ahead, click it.